If you have a public Instagram account, someone can now type your username into a Meta app and generate an image using your photographs. You will not be told when it happens. There is a setting to stop it, but it only works going forward. That is the feature at the center of Meta's newest release, and the Indian government said today it will be looking at it. Let me explain what has been launched, what it does, and where the questions are. I'm Vrinda Tulsian, and you're watching ThePrint. This week, Meta began rolling out Muse Image. It is a first image generation model built by Meta Superintelligence Lab, and it sits inside the Meta AI app. It also runs behind more than 30 AI effects on Instagram stories, and it powers image generation inside direct chats with Meta AI on WhatsApp. That part is live in a limited set of countries for now. Here is what Meta says the model can do. You describe what you want in ordinary language. It produces an image you can download or post straight to a feed, a story, or a chat. Meta's example: erase a photo bomber from the background of a shot, place yourself in front of a landmark, generate a QR code that actually scans. The company says text inside the images come out legible so you can ask for a how to guide or an infographic and read what it produces. There is a presets panel. One tab restores an old family photograph or renders you as a claymation character or a 16-bit video game character or tries a hairstyle on you. There is a room redesign feature. Photograph your room and Meta AI will redo it using products pulled from the web or from Facebook Marketplace. And Meta says the model does not simply map words to pixels, it works alongside Muse Spark, the company's assistant model. Before it renders anything, it plans a layout, looks up real time context from the web, and blends multiple visual references together. Once you have an image, you can circle or sketch on top of it to ask for changes. It remembers the conversation so you can keep editing rather than starting again. The tool is free for ordinary use. Heavier use is bundled into Meta subscription plans. Meta says it is coming to Facebook and Messenger, to more parts of Instagram and WhatsApp, and to advertisers through Advantage Plus Creative in the coming weeks. A video model, Muse Video, is also in development. Now, the feature that has drawn attention. Inside the Meta AI app, you can type an @ followed by a public Instagram username. Meta's own announcement says that tagging a username lets Meta AI use that account's public photos to build a visual that is, in Meta's words, ready to post. Meta also says you have control over how your content can be tagged for AI creation and that there is a setting to turn the feature off at any time. Read those two sentences together and you can see the design. Public accounts are available as source material by default. The control exists, but you have to go find it. Mishi Chaudhary, founder of the Software Freedom Law Center, put it this way, quote, if public Instagram accounts can be used as visual references by default, that is a product design choice that shifts the burden on to users to restrict or opt out of reuse. It also increases the risks of impersonation, targeted harassment, and fraud, particularly where realistic synthetic images can be generated at scale. Unquote. Her argument is that publishing a photograph and licensing it are two different things. Publicly sharing a photograph for one purpose should not automatically make it available for every downstream AI use. Platforms introducing these capabilities should be expected to give users clear notice, meaningful control, and effective safeguards by design. Unquote. And she points to Meta's own help center, which sets out two limits on that opt out. According to Meta's own Help Center, users will not be notified when AI generated content is created using their Instagram content, and changing the setting prevents future use but does not remove content already generated. That raises important questions about user awareness, control, and the adequacy of an opt out design. So follow that through. If you have not opened the setting, you get no signal that an image built on your photographs exists. If you open the setting and switch it off, you stop future use. Anything generated before that stays where it is. Meta's announcement does not say whether users are notified, it does not say what happens to images already generated. We have put both questions to the company. The government has now weighed in. Speaking to reporters at an event today, MeitY Secretary S. Krishnan was asked about the feature. He said, quote, "We will have to look at it with reference to the legal framework and also representation," unquote. He did not say which provisions the ministries would apply or whether it has received a representation on this. Two more points on what this means beyond the privacy question. Jaspreet Bindra, co founder of AI and Beyond, says this release is a change in how these models work, not just a jump in output quality. Quote, "The launch of Muse Image marks a fundamental pivot from static text to image synthesis to what I call agentic media creation. Meta isn't just mapping words to pixels anymore, they have introduced an architectural shift where the model behaves as an autonomous agent, invoking search, writing code to ensure precision, like scannable QR codes, and dynamically self refining its output." Unquote. His reading of the commercial effect, producing product mockups, campaign graphics, localized social media material used to require capital and turnaround time. Bindra says models like these move business to quote a zero marginal cost model for everyday creative visual assets, unquote. On designers, he says AI is not going to replace graphic designers, but graphic designers who use AI will replace those who do not. And on privacy, Bindra lands close to where Chaudhary does. He calls the opt out framework an unprecedented privacy friction point, shifting the burden entirely onto consumers. He wants watermarking and what he calls content seals built in as standard. To summarize, Meta has shipped an image model that plans, searches, and edits, and it is embedded in apps that hundreds of millions of Indians already have open. One of its features draws on public Instagram photographs by default. The control Meta offers is an opt out, it is not retroactive, and it does not come with a notification. The IT ministry says it will examine the legal framework. If you have a public Instagram account and you would rather not be a visual reference, the setting is in the app's help center. It is worth finding it before someone else finds you. Thank you for watching The Print.